Imagine looking into the night sky and discovering something terrifying. A galaxy is being pulled apart. Its stars aren't exploding. Its planets aren't being destroyed. Instead, something invisible is slowly dragging the entire galaxy toward another one. Gravity. Far out in space, two enormous galaxies can approach each other over millions or even billions of years. At first, they look completely separate. But as they get closer, their gravitational fields begin interacting. The larger galaxy starts pulling on the smaller one. Stars are thrown into enormous arcs. Gas clouds are stretched across space. And the smaller galaxy can begin to look less like a galaxy and more like a stream of stars. But here's the strange part. You might imagine galaxies crashing together like two cars. That's not what happens. A galaxy contains billions of stars, but the distances between those stars are enormous. So when two galaxies merge, individual stars rarely collide with each other. Instead, gravity rearranges everything. The galaxies can stretch, twist, and pass through one another. And eventually, one galaxy may become part of the other. Astronomers have actually discovered evidence of galaxies doing this. Our own Milky Way has been growing by absorbing smaller galaxies throughout its history. And there's an even bigger encounter waiting in our future. Because one day, the Milky Way itself is expected to interact dramatically with our neighboring giant galaxy, Andromeda. But what will happen when these two enormous galaxies meet? Will Earth survive? Will the Sun be thrown into deep space? And could our night sky become completely unrecognizable? That's where the story gets really interesting. The Milky Way is enormous. It contains hundreds of billions of stars, countless planets, clouds of gas and dust, and at its center, a supermassive black hole. And yet, our galaxy has a neighbor almost as enormous, the Andromeda Galaxy. It is more than 2 million light-years away. From Earth, it looks like a faint patch of light in the night sky. But that peaceful-looking galaxy is moving through space, and it is moving toward us. Not quickly enough for humans to notice. Not even quickly enough for many generations to notice. But over cosmic time, the distance between the two galaxies is shrinking. Eventually, the Milky Way and Andromeda will begin interacting gravitationally. And the first thing to change won't necessarily be the stars. It will be their enormous halos of gas and dark matter. Gravity will begin disturbing both galaxies. Their shapes will change. The spiral arms may become stretched and distorted. Stars that once followed relatively stable paths around their galaxies will have their orbits altered. And from Earth, the night sky could become spectacular. Andromeda would appear dramatically larger. What is now a distant galaxy would gradually become a huge feature in our sky. Its bright regions could spread across the darkness. The familiar night sky could slowly transform. But then comes the question everyone asks. Will the Milky Way and Andromeda actually crash into each other? In a sense, yes, but not like two solid objects. Remember, space is mostly empty. Even during a galaxy merger, direct collisions between stars are extremely unlikely. Instead, gravity will rearrange the galaxies on an enormous scale. Some stars could be pushed into new orbits. Others could be thrown much farther from the galactic center. A small number could potentially be ejected from the merged galaxy entirely. And our solar system, it could end up in a completely different part of the resulting galaxy. But there is something even more surprising. Earth itself probably wouldn't be destroyed by the galaxy merger. The distances between stars are so vast that a direct stellar collision is extraordinarily unlikely. The bigger concern for Earth isn't another star crashing into the Sun. It's the long-term future of the Sun itself. By the time this galactic encounter unfolds, the Sun will already be much older than it is today. So humans, if humans still exist, would be dealing with a very different solar system. Eventually, after repeated gravitational interactions, the two galaxies could settle into a new structure. The elegant spiral shapes we know today may disappear. In their place could be a much larger, more rounded galaxy. And the most fascinating part is this: the Milky Way wouldn't really be destroyed. It would become something new, a galaxy formed from the remains of two enormous galaxies.